What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, I'm excited to bring you the world's first remote-controlled, full-size lawnmower, and this one is four-wheel drive. So let me introduce you to the new Mowrator S1 remote control lawnmower. As I said, four-wheel drive. This thing is currently being sold for $33.99, and this is a full-size mower, guys. This is 21 inches. This is the size of a traditional push mower, except you'll notice there's no handles. Yes, it mulches, it bags, it does everything. 3-in-1 mower, guys. This will mow up to 1.125 acres on a single charge. It takes 90 minutes to charge. This thing is easy. No gas, no oil, no belts, none of that good stuff, guys. It'll mow about half an acre in an hour. All right, 20-inch cutting height, 1.3 to 4.6 adjustable blade height. Runtime is approximately 135 minutes with the 18 amp hour LiFePO 4 battery. This has a 30-day return policy. It has air shipping delivery service, a 24-month warranty, IP54 splash proof. What that means is you're not going to want to be out in the rain. You're not going to be wanting to wash this thing down with a water hose. Okay. Reinforced aluminum alloy, 6 foot-pounds of torque from the motor, 800 watts sustained, 1600 watt max. The blade speed is 3200 RPM. That's max speed, but it is adjustable. 63 decibels. Guys, this thing is almost whisper quiet. Yes, mulching, bagging, and rear discharge. It has 4 collision sensors. You have one right here. You've got another 2 up front. Another one on this corner here. So we've got some attachments to look at. Very simple. This right here is the camera that I'm going to be using. So that would not normally be on the lawnmower, okay? This raises up, and you can take your bag right off. Now, I really am not a big fan of the bags. I don't typically use these. I've got it currently set up, and I've currently been using it for a while now. I don't want to send you guys to go purchase a product that I have not extensively tested. And when you're talking about an expensive lawnmower, I put it through its paces. I've mowed several times with this, and I am in love with it. So the current setup is the rear discharge. Comes right out the back here, low to the ground, very nice and easy. So if you want to mulch, you've got a mulch plug right here. Very simple. You open it up, you shove the mulch plug in, and you let it drop down, and now you have a mulcher. You also have an easy clean port right here for your water hose. So yes, you can hook your water hose up to the deck, turn it on, start the water going, and then start the blade to clean everything underneath. Just important to remember, don't actually wash the mower with water, okay? But you can clean the deck like that. It's easy to turn over. When you get this, it's going to come in a big old box, and the wheels will not be on it. Simple to install. There's only a couple things you have to do to put this together. You got to put the wheels on, and to do that, really easy. These are like solid rubber wheels. They're pliable, but I mean, they're pretty hard rubber wheels, guys. You got a bunch of little torque screws. They give you the tools. You simply slide the tires on to these, I think these are metal hubs, and then you put this ring around it with all the little torque screws. That's it. You put the 4 tires on, and then you've got to put this on. There's only a few screws that hold this on. 1, 2, 3, 4 torque screws right here that hold this hinged piece on right here, and that's it. It's very easy to use. Deck height is adjustable. Right here, there's 1 all the way up to 5. And if you'll notice, it kind of has a swing arm down here. You see that right there? See how it just pivots on that? Very easy. I did it one-handed, guys. Very easy to adjust the deck height one-handed. Super simple lawnmower. The remote control, this is the part that I think is so much fun. If you were ever a kid, and I'm assuming all of you were at one point, you enjoyed RC cars, RC trucks. Well, this is the ultimate RC toy right here, because it is big. This thing is huge, and I want you to see something else. Take a look at the articulating arms on this mower. If I can lift it up real quick, look at these articulating wheels. Take a look at that suspension. Right? I mean, this thing is super cool, and it is heavy, but I am capable of picking it up by myself and loading it in and out of my truck without straining myself too much. You have emergency stop buttons. Boom, boom. If anything goes wrong, push either one of these. Shuts it off to reactivate, pull up, and turn. And you'll hear it click. The battery sits underneath this cover right here. There's your 18 amp hour, 56 volt battery. Now, when you get it, the battery will not be connected. And I disconnect the battery whenever I'm not using it. There's a little door right here, opens up, plug the connector into the battery, push this little thing down and make sure it's really plugged in good, close that. To turn the mower on, hold this power button for a few seconds until all the green lights light up. Then you can close your lid, make sure the lid is latched. You'll see some lights coming on here, and then you're going to want to activate your remote control. Now the remote control, man, this is so cool. So power button right here, push it, and here we go. Mowrator. All right, you got a password. This is great because without the remote control with a password, stealing this is not going to do you any good, right? It's a theft deterrent system. If somebody were to try to steal your lawnmower, well, they're going to have a very difficult time doing anything without this remote control that is paired to the mower. Now, some of the important things on here are going to be your blade speed. You have manual control or smart control. Smart control will adapt the blade speed based on the amount of torque necessary to cut through the grass, okay? If you want manual, slide it back over to manual, and then you got blade speeds 1, 2, and 3, just basically low, medium, and high. Over here, power button. Over here, turtle speed. Slow, medium, fast, for how fast it'll go. You have U-turn buttons, U-turn to the left, U-turn to the right, and cruise control button. Now, here's the other thing. In settings, you have a disable button here for the ultrasonic sensor. You'll probably see, hopefully it's clear enough for you, but ultrasonic sensor on, ultrasonic sensors off. So the way I have it right now, these sensors are turned off. And the reason for that is because I have some really tall grass and weeds to cut through. With those sensors on, it will detect this stuff and it will stop, thinking that it's an obstacle instead of grass. So now that I've run you through pretty much everything you need to know to operate this thing, I guess it's just a matter of, you know, do we go forward, backward, side to side? Look at that. Right? And she's on her way. I've got it on fast mode right now, so she gets it. 3 miles an hour. She's definitely not slow. Of course, it has reverse function, and you can get it to flip around. I mean, you want to talk about, okay, they don't consider this zero turn. Pretty dang close though, guys. All right, are you ready to see how it mows? Because I have got quite a bit of property out here to mow. So I'm gonna just throw you on a time lapse. We're gonna get started, and we're going to see how this thing handles this property. Now I want you guys to see that I didn't cheat. All my lawn equipment is still sitting inside the trailer. None of this has been moved, and I actually filmed, time-lapsed every single minute, every second that I did this yard, okay? The mowers and everything are still put up in the trailer. Now I want you to take a look at this out here. Take a look at how beautiful this is. I'm truly amazed. Now, there are some very strong points to this mower, and it's got some weaknesses too. I'm going to point those out, but you know, I haven't been out here all that long, maybe an hour. Obviously, if you were push mowing all of this by yourself, I'm going to stand back a little bit. I want you guys to get a full perspective here of the amount of yard that I just mowed. Okay, everything you see, all the way back to right there, all of this, I mowed with that little mower. I followed behind it. Does it leave some stragglers? Yeah, it leaves a few stragglers. Here's the part that impressed me the most though. This is where those giant thick weeds were growing. Man, it chopped them up. Ain't nothing left. It had no issue getting up these awkward inclines here and here where the culvert is. Not an issue at all. And the cut actually looks really, really, really good. All the way over here, I mean, I'm impressed. I am seriously impressed with the capabilities of this mower. Now, some of you are gonna wanna see how it does in taller grass. Here's the thing, I haven't mowed this yard at all in 2 weeks. All right, so it is seriously overgrown. I have the mower set on 2 inches, which is where I typically cut my grass. Now, as we get closer, you're gonna see where I cut and where I didn't cut. Take a look at the difference when we get down right here. Okay, this is what that mower is cutting through right now. And it's doing the majority of it on the first pass. There's been a couple of occasions in some thick or really heavy stuff I've had to run back over it again, but for the most part, it's doing it in one pass. Now here's an interesting slope. Obviously, the majority of you are not going to be push mowing your acre of land, right? It makes no sense. That would take absolutely forever, and it makes no sense at all. So I think this mower has a few strong points. One of them is its articulating suspension and 4-wheel drive, which makes it super easy to get up hills and do stuff like this. We're gonna do it live here in just a second. The powerful motor cuts through thick grass, even on a low setting, with ease. No trouble at all. That 4x4 and the articulating suspension, powerful motor, and the battery. The battery, after all of this mowing, we're still sitting at what? 63%? 63% battery on this after all of this. So I'm thinking the type of person that's going to want to buy something like this is somebody that doesn't have acreage, okay? If you wouldn't push mow the lot that you're on, you probably wouldn't use this to mow either. It will take a considerable amount of time. However, it takes a lot less energy to just walk behind with a remote control pushing buttons. That takes the work out of it, but you still get the exercise of walking. Now next, if you've got a small, medium-sized yard, like you live in a suburb, you live in a residential area, I think this thing that's absolutely prime real estate for this mower because it's quiet. It's not gonna bother your neighbors so much, right? Easy maintenance, and you can turn it on quick, high-speed blade and high-speed motors, and this thing, zoom, zoom, zoom. You'll get it done in a heartbeat. Next, maybe for somebody that's disabled, somebody that's elderly, this would be great for them because while I've seen videos of people sitting on their porch using this mower, I'm not entirely sure that's a realistic expectation. Getting the hang of the remote control is not something that you're gonna figure out in an instant, okay? I've done this entire front part of my property and I still don't have it down completely. So the videos where people are like sipping on a wine cooler, let's keep the expectations real around here, okay? The mower is great, it's actually fantastic. It exceeded any expectations that I had, but I don't think you're gonna be chilling on your back porch mowing your entire yard. As far as weaknesses of this mower, stragglers, that's a big one. Having to go over the same place a couple of times to get some of the thicker stuff, that is definitely an issue. And I've noticed that depending on which direction you're walking as you're mowing, the sun, shadows, etc. kind of get in your way, and it can obscure your view from getting a straight cut. Now, some people are just, they're really picky about their lines. I'm not that guy. I don't care about my lines. I'll say this though, I tried to get some pretty decent lines out of this. I don't know if it shows all that well. You should be able to see the lines. They're not perfect. All right, with this type of a mower, that is going to be a very big weakness. And then again, you're going to find some areas like this right here where I couldn't see the patch and I just missed a little strip here and there. Now, when you get up close, yeah, that could be bothersome to some people, but when you take a look at the overall yard, it just looks great. I mean, take a look at what it looks like now, and you can clearly see what it looked like before. Okay, now let's see how it does in some really tall grass, and let's take it up this hill, because this thing's supposed to be able to climb, I think, a 70% grade, and this hill's definitely going to put it to the test. We're going to get it up here, we're going to mow. We got some hornets over here, which I think is another strong point of this mower. Hornets over here. I don't want to go over there. However, I can stand over here with the remote control. I can mow out there by those hornets, and they're not coming over here bothering me because they think this is the culprit, right? So the hornet's nest over there is a great place to send this thing so that I don't get eaten up. All right, now we're going to take it up this hill. We're going to see how it does on a hill. To start it, you've got to push the 2 blade buttons on top. You push those.
Starting. Please ensure safety.
Then you have to click start. And the blades start. And I've got the blades on high right now, so you can really hear what it's going to sound like when you're pushing this thing to the max. And this is a steep hill. And as you can see, the articulating suspension handles it with ease. Not a problem. 4x4 doing exactly what it's designed to do. It steers on a dime. They say it's not 0 turn, but I'm telling you, it's pretty dang close, guys. This thing maneuvers like nobody's business. We got the hornets getting upset now. I mean, this thing is great, guys. So steep hills, slopes, not a problem. Let's try it sideways, just see how it does. You can see how it maneuvers. And you can also see how good it cuts. Now over here is the hornet's nest. So I'm gonna kind of stand back just a little bit. I'm gonna let the mower get bit up for me. All right, we're getting to some pretty steep grades on this hill now, so this is gonna really test her. Not a problem, man. Seriously. Not a problem at all. Are you serious? Wow. All right. It's gonna get even steeper from here, guys. Wow. Okay. No joke. Once you get the hang of the controls, this thing becomes relatively easy to use. It's just a little bit of a learning curve to get there. Let's really get her up there. Wow. Okay. I mean, what more do you want, man? Here's the next thing that I love about it. We're gonna take it through this deep grass right here just so you guys can see and hear it as we go through it. This is something that this comes in really handy for, maneuvering through tight spaces. You can see that I got a lot of stuff going on over here. Let's turn these blades down just a little bit so you can hear me a little better. All right, so maneuvering through tight spaces like this. Look at this. Not a problem. We could dang near do a figure 8 over here, you know what I mean? Look at this. Not a problem getting in and out of some of the tightest spaces, all while getting everything mowed that needs to be mowed. All right, let's take it over to some deep grass and let's see how she cuts in the deep. All right, we're about to take it through some of the really deep grass that we got over here. I want to give you guys a bit of a closer look, see how deep this is and how thick this is. Now I've already taken the mower through that part right there, so I know that it's gonna have no trouble doing it. This is some pretty deep grass, guys. I'm gonna leave it on 2 inches. We're gonna turn the blades up high, and we're gonna let it do what it does. Look at the way it just mulches right through that. I mean, that is spectacular. Not a problem at all. All right, let's get a close-up of this thing, like just plowing through all of this grass. And you can see how clean of a job it does. Like I said, man, it plows through it like nobody's business. So there's the Mowrator S1 4-wheel drive, the very first remote-controlled lawnmower in the world. This thing is a full-size mower, guys. It's like having your push mower, except you don't have to do any pushing. You got a remote control to do it all for you. Again, I think if you've got a small to a medium, maybe close to a large-size yard, this thing is going to be perfect. It's great. But let's be realistic here, guys. If you've got acreage, you know, if you've got probably 3/4 or more of an acre, my recommendation is going to be a riding mower. I think that's going to be your best bet. But for everybody else, there's this. Also, if you're like me and you're a tech guy or tech gal and you just have to have the latest and greatest tech on the market in the industry and you want to be the first one to own it, you want to be the envy of your neighborhood, trust me when I tell you, people are going to look your way when you're out there remote control mowing your yard. I can't tell you how many people have broken their necks out here watching me mow this property. Same thing at my other property. I used it out there and people come outside and they just watch you mow your yard because nobody has seen a remote control lawnmower. So I'm telling you, check this out, guys. The Mowrator S1 4x4 remote controlled 21-inch lawnmower. The thing is amazing. I'm going to have a link below this video for you guys to go check it out. Get it while the getting's good. They've got it on sale right now. Thank you to Mowrator for trusting me with their very expensive mower and for donating it to the channel in return for the review video. I want to make it very clear that although they gave me the mower for free, it did not impact in any way, shape, or form my review of the mower. I always tell it like it is. I'm honest, and I am not for sale. So thank you to Mowrator. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.